In this video, we're looking at Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. This game was the best-selling Atari 2600 game of all time, with over 8 million copies sold by the end of its run in 1990, and still a must-have in anyone's Atari collection. It is also considered one of the worst playing games Atari ever produced, and we'll start with that. I can remember being excited to receive Pac-Man as a kid growing up, popping that cartridge in, flipping the switch, and what the... I can remember asking, what alternative universe did this game come from? I can understand if this was a title I never played before, but this was Pac-Man. It was the most popular game in the arcade. How did they get this so wrong? For that, we have to look at this guy, Todd Fry. This is the man that brought us Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. But wait, don't start throwing stones at your screen just yet. I don't believe it's his fault. For that, I put the blame on Atari. Have you ever been given a task at work to do with no tools, help, or support? Bingo. I believe that is what Todd was given. For starters, Todd was not given any arcade design or specifications to work with. This poor guy spent 80 hours a week for 6 months developing it. At the time, 8 kilobytes was available to make the game, and even 8 kilobytes is not enough to emulate the original Pac-Man, but a lot could have been done with the technology that was available at the time. Atari said, nope, use 4 kilobytes because we want to keep the costs down. Todd had to do a lot of modification just for the game to work. One concern he had in making the game was the flickering ghost. It's impossible to tell the difference between them. He didn't spend a lot of time as Atari didn't even care and just wanted to get the game in production. Todd was also wanting a black background for the game, and again Atari had a policy that black backgrounds were for only space-themed games. So a blue background it was. And in March 1982, Pac-Man was released for the Atari 2600. And where Atari went cheap on development, they went hard with the promotion. And this is why Pac-Man is so popular. After acquiring the license from Namco, Atari lawyered up to protect the game from being copied and sued companies like Philips and Magnavox for producing clones. Atari partnered with JCPenney and Sears to brand the name Pac-Man under their store name. This created more hype as Sears and JCPenney ran their own advertising campaigns for the upcoming Pac-Man. And in 1981, almost a full year before the game was to be released, Atari had already secured over 3 million copies in pre-sales. Pac-Man was not only the best-selling Atari game, it was the best-selling game of all time until that record was beaten by Super Mario Bros. In 1984. I would also say Todd Fry is also a big winner for Pac-Man, as it said he earns 10 cents for every copy that was sold. What are your thoughts on this game? Did you like it or did you think it was complete trash? Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope to see you on the leaderboards.